Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another and new episode of Amplify, where we have industry leaders and we amplify their stories and their message. And I try to do that as best like Michael did. I feel like Michael just revs it all up. I don't think I did a good job with that.
Yes, you did.
Well, welcome everyone. And again, we have Chad with Nationwide Property and Appraisals. Hey, Chad, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you, Delilah?
I am good. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Yeah. So, and I have to mention, I'm sorry, I love the Mario in the background. I know I said it
Oh,
before, but I absolutely loved it. I'm very nostalgic and it always catches my attention.
my daughter loves it too. She's a huge Mario fan.
Awesome. Awesome. So, Nationwide, I see you guys out there. I see you have new products. Like, let's get into it. Give us an overview of the 411 and what's going on in Nationwide.
Yeah, so we're excited about our new alternative appraisal products that we have that we're offering today and have been offering for a little while now.
Okay.
Um, a lot of different alternative valuation products. So anywhere from AVM products that include AVM cascades, includes inspections along with the AVM so that they can be used as evaluations. And then also our desktop appraisal products, our
Yeah.
own proprietary Pinnacle desktop appraisal products that is really popular in home equity lending, portfolio lending, and then we also have just standard property data reports as well that can be used for evaluations. They could be used for portfolio management. They could be used for REO situations, et cetera. So we have a whole array of different alternative valuation products that we can customize for any particular lender. There may be lenders out there that are looking for specific different types of modifications to those reports, and we can certainly do that as well. So very customized for every lender's needs that are out there.
Well, that's,
Chad, Michael Hammond here. Hey, Dalila, thanks for introducing
yeah,
me.
no problem.
Chad, it is great to have you. Tell us a little bit about why are all of these alternative valuation models so critical today? And then also on the back end of that, talk about you guys have had a couple product launches recently that are really gaining some traction in the marketplace.
Yep.
Give us an update on that as well.
Yeah, so the alternative valuation, they're very important for lenders, right? We know that the super regional lenders, the nationwide lenders, they're all using these products, especially in the home equity market. And we want to make sure they're available to everyone so that they can stay ahead or at least with their competition in the marketplace. So these products are great because they lower the client's costs, the lender's costs.
Good.
Oftentimes, the lenders, especially in home equity, they're absorbing those valuation costs themselves. So if we can save them a few $100s per loan, we're happy to do that. And then we save them time savings costs as well. So, as opposed to a traditional appraisal that could take a week or two, we're able to complete, the AVMs within just a couple days with the inspections, and even the desktop appraisal products we can complete in just a few days and shorten that loan cycle time. So I think that's really important for all the lenders to actually, have these tools in their toolbox so that they could use them and stay ahead of their competition.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, and then Michael, you asked about the specific products that we have out. So we have launched a couple products. Our Merge AVM reconciliation product we just launched, and this is includes an AVM cascade that will ensure that the best AVM is used down to a zip code level. And then it combines our property data report so that the lender can see the condition of the property, which is a requirement, as we know, under the interagency guidelines. So they're getting that condition, they're getting that value from the AVM, oftentimes used in low-risk transactions when an appraisal is not necessary. There's no reason to get a
Right.
$500 or $600 appraisal that may take a couple weeks when we can do an AVM product with the property condition report in just a couple days and save them hundreds of dollars, $100 or less for this product. It's a really great product out there. There are, again, I mentioned like super regional and nationwide clients that are using these. Oftentimes they're using these 50% or more in their portfolio when they're doing home equity loans.
Yes.
And that's saving them a ton of time and money. So it's a great product for those low risk loans that can be used under the de minimis. And then for those other loans that does need an appraisal, we have our Pinnacle desktop appraisal products. And these are great alternatives to traditional appraisals because, again, they save you time and money, but they're quick appraisals. They are USPAP compliant appraisals. They can be used above the de minimis if the client would like to do that. And they are appraisal products, so they can be used in place of traditional appraisals to help reduce those costs and save them some time.
Nice.
Outstanding. Dalila, I see you just chomping at the bit to say something, so fire away.
No, I'm so excited because I love to hear, first of all, home equities. Do you see that on the rise now, Chad? Because that is a product I feel that needs to be pushed more since a lot, like even myself, we have a lot of equity, but we do not want to touch that nice, low, pretty,
Yep.
pretty rate, right? So are you seeing an uptick in HELOCs, in home equity loans? And how quick is that appraisal? You mentioned it being quick,
Yeah,
like
that's a good question. We're definitely seeing an uptick in home equity loans, and the process is really quick, right? As opposed to a traditional appraisal that could take a couple weeks,
mm-hmm.
we can. It depends on the level of inspection, but I mean we could turn these around in just a few days, 3, 4, 5 business days,
Good.
with just an
Good.
exterior inspection, and even if an interior inspection is required, still a week or less to get these reports completed. Saves a lot of time in the
Yeah,
cycle and allows the borrowers to get that home equity out of their home. Again, like you said, at the low interest rate that you guys have today.
exactly.
Well, and Chad, with home equity taking on such an important role and as lenders are looking for alternative revenue streams, you guys have a webinar coming up, if I remember correctly, valuation best practices in home equity lending. When is that? How do people register? Because I know a lot of people are going to want to participate and attend that because you guys are going to really go through a lot of cost saving measures in that
Good.
webinar.
Yeah, so that webinar we're excited about, that's going to be August 16th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be talking through best practices and the best way to use these products, best way to use the AVM products, when to use them, and probably more importantly, when not to use them,
Yeah.
how they work, and what you need to do to place these orders. And then we'll also be talking about, obviously, our desktop appraisal products as well. Again, when's the best time to use those? We'll talk about the easy upgrade path from the AVM products to the desktop products, if that's a requirement. And again, when to use those Pinnacle desktop appraisals, when not to use them, how to use them in home equity, how to even use them in portfolio first mortgage loans as well. We're seeing a lot of clients that when they're not selling to the GSEs, they can use these Pinnacle desktop appraisal products as well. Again, saves costs. Oftentimes the borrower is taking care of those costs. It's nice to be able to save the borrowers a few $100s and shorten that cycle time. And especially with today's crazy mortgage environment, there's a lot of lenders or borrowers that are looking to close very quickly, oftentimes 30 days or less. It's sometimes difficult to do with a traditional appraisal, but with these Pinnacle desktop appraisals, it's a lot easier to close within that type of time frame.
Well, and we'll definitely include a link so that people can register. They don't want to miss that webinar. It's got a lot of great information. Dalila, I know you're shaking your head. You got that one or two last questions you want to cover
No,
with Chad. I'll make sure that you do.
you know me so well. I love it. No, I will attend the the webinar, because that is super important. I think it's something that I feel like we don't see enough, and it's a great option for the consumer. Hey, we always need to tap into equity, right? And it's always the cheapest way. Let's not use credit cards. Let's check out these like weird kind of high interest loans. Let's use our home ownership power to help. And this is great education, great value. So I will be attending.
Awesome. I look forward to it. We're really excited about the webinar.
Yay! So
Outstanding. Well, we've covered a lot of great stuff in this episode of Amplify. Chad, you are welcome back anytime. We look forward to seeing you guys for the webinar. We'll put that link at the bottom of our video. Dalila, anything else you want to wrap up with?
No, you guys, just thank you again for another episode of Amplify, where we have industry leaders, thoughtful leaders, and we look forward to the next episode. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Bye.
Thanks,
Thank you so much.
guys.
Bye.